Yeah, I'm gonna go home.
You're heading out of here? Alrighty guys, so we ran to Nick's service. Lots of people, including myself, like to call them Nick's no-serve service. Got our other oil filter. Something I didn't mention yesterday, and I will. When you're changing out these fuel filters, what I like to do anyways is, so there you can see the fuel filter. Here, let's go from this side. Right there, right here is the fuel filter. Is fill that sucker with fuel before you put it on, guys. It just makes it for restarting a whole lot easier. The nice thing about these units, some have it, some don't. I've seen lots of tractors that don't have one of these, but it's got a primer pump, so that's a nice thing. So we're gonna pump this up a little bit and help pressurize the system, because it would have been dry. So, and then we'll fire this tractor up and get it over to the pressure wash station and wash her up really good. So we'll come and talk to you guys then. Alrighty guys, well, we're back. Now, if you guys recall how dirty this sucker was, especially in the motor area. I'm gonna back you up just a bit. Whoops, wrong way. So how's that look now, huh? A whole lot cleaner in there now, that's for sure. I had the hood up, I washed from top all the way down, underneath. Tried to get her in everywhere that I possibly could. Got to clean the windows here better. That water of ours, it leaves spots. I'm not gonna wax this thing, but hey, how about this one here, right? Remember how dirty it was back here? See that? You guys tell me. I think I did a pretty good job. Huh? What do you guys think? Good enough? Good enough that it makes this tractor look like it's worth, I don't know, what? 10 grand more? If it was at an auction sale. And that black thing right down there, right there, that's not painted. Yup, she turned out okay. She turned out okay. But for how long, right? Anyways, so that's this tractor. He is done and ready to get hooked to a machine of some sort. So let's go hook up to Big Blue, because we never did do a full oil change in that sucker yet. So we need to do that. We'll do a full oil change in Big Blue, since I'm all dirty and grimy from changing oil in this guy. Well, where's my mocha dog? Probably underneath this friggin' tractor trying to get out of the sunshine. She's a warm one today. I don't know what it is. I looked this morning when I was having my morning coffee, and they said we were supposed to be 28 or 29 degrees today, but with the humidity it was gonna feel like 33 or 34. So the humidity is right up there, and there's a 40% chance of a thundercracker tonight, and then thunderstorms and showers on and off all day Saturday, and same thing on Sunday. So that'll be nice, you know, if we can get another 3, 4, 5 tenths, hell, an inch would even be better. Because after having 4 tenths of rain on the field, I went out, I grabbed the friggin' dirt, And guess what? The dirt don't even stick together. It's that dry. It just sucked her right up. You get 1/10, you get 2/10, and then early in the morning, and then in the daytime the sun comes out, and then you get 2/10 the next evening, so it dries it, right? We haven't had enough to give it a real good soaker yet. So, anyways, come back to you in a bit. Alrighty, so we got Big Blue in the shop. So that canister right there, we got to change the filter inside there. That's a hydraulic trans filter. Oh, excuse me. We got to change the engine oil filter right there. Again, look, see? Sitting on top, right? Fuel filter is right there. Got to change him out. Putting the oil in this guy is a royal pain in the butt. Look for it, look for it. There it is. See that spot right there? Now you see this right here? Follow my finger. That's the loader frame. So, see this thing right here? This is the friggin' fuel tank. So you gotta reach over top the fuel tank, in behind the loader frame, pull that out, and then you can get to it. It's friggin' dumb. That friggin' thing could have been mounted quite easily over here someplace. Or had an extension put on it to bring it out a little more. But then I guess you wouldn't be able to get to the glass fuel bowl. See that right there? I don't know. But anyway, and we got to change the engine air filters in them. So yeah, let's get to work at pulling the oil pan plugs out of her and dumping oil, and then I'll go get the filters from the truck. Okay guys, so we're here underneath Big Blue, and he's kind of like the fucking McCormick. See here? That's the oil drain plug. And you got another one over here. See that? Both out the friggin' sides again. Friggin' stupid. Like, and I get why they did it, because lots of these tractors, especially these utility tractors, they'll have this guard. See, it runs all the way from the front right there. See that? All the way. And all the way back to here to protect this drive shaft in here, which is really nice when you're cutting hay, so hay doesn't wrap on that drive shaft, right? And this way, with the oil plug on the sides, you don't have to worry about taking that guard off. Now, if the oil plug was at the bottom of the pan, you'd have to take that guard off. Otherwise, you would just fill your guard up with friggin' oil. But still, you would think they could come up with a better system than this. Now, I already loosened this off with the wrench a little bit. You can see it just wanting to start to trickle. So we're going to get in there and we're going to pull it apart. I'm going to shut you off for this so I don't spill oil all over the floor again. Alrighty, so I took the old fuel filter out. This is the new one. So when you get the new one, they come with a water drain. And this is basically all it is, right? And that is threaded in there. In this hole like this right here. Okay, so that's threaded in there. You got to take that out, because on my tractor we've got a sensor unit for water, and that's it right there. So when you get these fuel filters, some tractors don't have the sensor, some do, and some have I'm assuming different sizes of this guy. So in my case, we got to run with this one, okay? And he just threads into here. So when you get these fuel filters, there's also 2 O-rings, and if you look, see if I can set this up here like this. Right there, at the end of my screwdriver, that's a flat O-ring. And there's another one for a different size of sensor on different size of tractors. But anyways, that O-ring, you replace that O-ring every time you replace your fuel filters. So we gotta thread this guy into the bottom here. Alrighty, back in a bit. Okay, so I didn't show it on the McCormick on Little Red, but I'll show it on Big Blue. So this is the primary engine air filter, okay? And as you can see, he's pretty dirty. He's pretty dusty. Look at that. All that. That's just dust, right? And that's the whole purpose. Keep that dust from getting in the engine. That's the old one. Right there. That's the new one. So that's the primary. And then they have what they call a secondary, which is this guy right here. And basically that's just a really fine foam. So that's all it is. And he looks pretty good. I usually never ever, I think I've only ever replaced a secondary once on a tractor. So he just goes in there like that. And then the primary slides in over top. And every tractor that I've owned is like that. Every one. So now I'm going to get the cover and we're going to slide that sucker in. So basically, the air comes in through this area here, goes through in, and then it goes out basically the other side after it goes through the filters. And so let's get the cover on and move to the next project. Alrighty, so go to change the oil filters or a trans-hydraulic filter. This is the new filter. Not even remotely close. You could tell just by looking at it right there. See that? That's the trans-hydraulic canister filter that came out. That's the old one. That's the one they say it's supposed to go in. That thing is bigger than the canister itself. Fucking guys. Oh, so now we got to go back to Regina to get the right friggin' trans-hydraulic filter and return that cunt because it don't even go on this tractor. Talk to you guys later. Well, guys, what's it look like I'm doing? Well, we went to Mazer Group. We got the right filters. That's a new one there. I forgot to order that one, actually. But that's a new one. It's in. And see that? That one's not there. Wonder why. Well, I'll tell you why. Because that's the canister unit. And you push the canister. You put the filter in the canister. So with that filter, there's a spring that drops into the canister. And the filter sits on top of the spring. And then you bring it up and you slide it into position over top these 3 studs. Okay? So stud here, and what? There's supposed to be a stud right there. I broke it. Yep, snapped the sumbitch off. We got it out. They do have one, but it's in the warehouse in the city. So they're going to order it. I probably won't see it until friggin' Monday. Son of a bitch. Story of my life. Anyways. So yeah, I snapped it, but at least we didn't, it's not a major breakdown, but it was just stupidity because I over-tightened it and I broke the friggin' stud. How's that sound? So anyways, that's what's going on now. All the filters are in the tractor except that one. I gotta fill the tractor with engine oil. I spilt a bunch of oil there when I changed the oil filter, engine oil filter. So we'll get this fixed as soon as they get the stud to us. And we'll get the filter in it. And then we can fire this guy up and give him a good old batharoony. Wouldn't take much to give him, to clean him up, being that I already did it when we were done seeding. So anyway, let me get the hell out of here. Well guys, that's how she goes, you know. Up on the deck, sitting in the shade. It's just about 6 o'clock. Been screwing around with these tractors pretty much all day, running back and forth for parts. Fucked something up, and now I'm finishing the coffee. Gonna go out and check on some cows a little bit later, and maybe pop a few gophers and go from there. That part should be in tomorrow for us. Tomorrow morning, they said 8 a.m. So I'll be back in Regina tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. for one little part that's like whatever. Probably $8 friggin' for a stud, yay long, 3 inches long. But you gotta have her. Gotta get her. And yeah. And then we'll see what happens after that. I've got a neighbor that wants me to come and do a bunch of work on their barn. And stage 1 is cutting a hole in the wall. Well, there's a hole there, but gotta make the hole a little bigger. For a 4-foot by 8-foot high sliding doorway. So we gotta build the door, we gotta install track, we gotta cut the hole a little bigger, frame the doorway in, blah, 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 blah. And since it's supposed to rain tomorrow and Sunday, I'm thinking let's get that part of it done now so they could use that part of their barn. And we'll worry about whatever it is else they've got going on at a later date. So anyway, guys, I'm going to let you go. Comment, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, send your friends over. If you want to find me somewhere else, you can catch us on Facebook at Brendan Panna on Facebook. So yeah, you can email me if you want to email. You can email at Flying7Loads. Maybe I'll pop that down to description for everybody. But Flying7Loads, gmail.com. So, anyways, guys, again, comment, subscribe. Tell your friends and neighbors to come on board. And let's get her done.